All right, let's talk about the big one. There is a massive showdown happening right now in home internet, and it's not the usual suspects. T-Mobile and Verizon are stepping into the ring, using their huge 5G networks to go head-to-head with traditional cable companies. This isn't just some new gadget, it's a whole new way to think about connecting your home. So the big question is this it? Is this the moment we can finally ditch our cable company? You know the feeling, right? You open that bill and it's just creeping up, full of fees you don't even understand. Well, 5G home internet is promising to be the answer. But, does it actually deliver? Let's dig in. First off, how does this whole thing even work? Well, it's a technology called Fixed Wireless Access, or FWA for short. The easiest way to think about it is like this. It's basically a supercharged version of the hotspot on your phone, but it's built to blanket your entire house in Wi-Fi. It grabs the 5G signal from a cell tower, and a little box in your home turns it into your Wi-Fi network. And the best part? No more waiting around for a cable guy to come drill holes in your walls.
Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. In round one, we are talking about the one thing everybody cares about, the price. How much is this new internet actually going to cost you? Ding ding, let's get into it. And right out of the gate, T-Mobile comes in swinging with a headline price of just $30 a month. Verizon comes right back with a very competitive $35. Now, these are the super low prices designed to grab your attention, but as we're about to see, the real story is always in the details.
So, Verizon's whole game plan is about giving you options. They have this tiered system, right? A good, better, best approach. The basic plan gets you a solid 3-year price lock. As you move up, you get longer guarantees and better features, like the ability to stream in 4K. They're really trying to have a plan for everybody. Now, let's look at how T-Mobile is countering that. They also have a few different plans, but they're playing a totally different game with their price guarantee. See, that 5-year price lock, that's not just for their most expensive plan, that's for every plan. For anyone who's ever been hit with a surprise price hike after a year, that is a huge deal. Okay, so what's the catch to get those awesome prices we just saw? Well, it all comes down to the bundle. For both T-Mobile and Verizon, you gotta have your cell phone plan with them, and you have to sign up for autopay. It's their way of rewarding you for being all in with their services, and it's definitely something you need to remember when you're doing the math. A cheap price is great, but it's worthless if your shows are constantly buffering, right? So for round two, we're looking at performance. Can these wireless setups really handle everything we do online? And maybe even more important, can you even get it where you live? Because availability can be totally different depending on if you're in a city, the suburbs, or a more rural area. Let's use streaming as our test. I mean, it's what most of us do. Verizon makes it super clear. You get 1080p HD on the cheaper plans, and if you want that beautiful Ultra HD 4K, you gotta get their top plan. T-Mobile, though, it's kind of like a mystery box. Your streaming quality really just depends on how fast the network is at that exact moment. And here we go. This sentence, right here, buried in the fine print, this is where everything changes. T-Mobile is telling you point blank that when the network gets busy, like when everyone in your neighborhood is online, you, the home internet customer, might get your speed slowed down. Which, of course, brings us to that classic question we've been asking for years about our phone plans. What does the word unlimited actually mean? And here is the absolute key difference. On Verizon's top plans, they promise unlimited premium data. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's a promise that you get to stay in the fast lane no matter how crowded the network gets. T-Mobile's unlimited with prioritization is a completely different story. They're basically saying, yeah, it's unlimited, but when things get busy, we might have to slow you down to make sure our mobile users have a good experience. For anyone working from home or who just needs a stable connection, this is a massive distinction. All right, the fight for your wallet doesn't stop with just speed and price. In our final round, we're looking at all the extra stuff, the bonuses, the promos, the little sweeteners they throw in to try and win you over. So, are you stuck in a contract with your current internet provider that you absolutely hate? Well, Verizon is offering to help you escape with up to $500 to cover those early termination fees. But hold on. T-Mobile sees Verizon's $500 and they raise them another $250. That's right, they're offering a massive $750 to help you switch. That is a serious amount of cash that could make the decision for a lot of people. And looking at this really shows you the long-term difference. With Verizon, if you want more peace of mind, you have to pay for a more expensive plan to get a longer price guarantee. But T-Mobile, they make it simple. It doesn't matter which plan you pick, your price is locked in for 5 full years. That's just a huge win if you're trying to manage a budget. And the deals keep coming.
Verizon will throw in things like Amazon gift cards, and they give you a whole month to try it out risk-free. T-Mobile gives you a shorter trial, just 15 days, but on their best plan, they bundle in streaming services like Hulu and Paramount Plus. So you've got gift cards on one side and streaming on the other.
So, after all that, who's the champion? Well, honestly, it's kind of like a split decision in a boxing match. There is no single winner for everybody. The right choice really comes down to what you value most. So let's break it down one last time.
It really boils down to this. If you are a power user, you work from home, you're a gamer, you just cannot stand the idea of being slowed down, then Verizon's premium data is probably worth it for you. But if you're all about long-term value, you want that price locked in for as long as possible, and you want a big fat credit to help you switch, T-Mobile has a very compelling case.
So what's it going to be? Are you going for the consistent premium power of Verizon or the incredible long-term value and peace of mind from T-Mobile? The future of how you connect your home is finally in your hands, so you gotta choose wisely.